Hi there, I'm Grey Hunter, and today I'm taking a look at River Towns, which is a Tetris-like city builder. So, this is just a little bit of their backstory. Calamity came, no choice. The great kingdom once thought to be too great, toppled, all gone. But all hope was not lost. In our darkest moment, we were saved by the holy eel. His beating heart has the power to rejuvenate the river, once thought dead. We can rebuild. We can restore. We can thrive. I'd like to point out the holy eel has got multiple eyes, so I'm going to take it as some sort of mythos monster. Okay. So, we've got Upper River, River's End. I played a little bit of this and then reset it, so you can see I'm going to try and beat my 97. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. Left mouse to move the move the camera. Four the WASD keys, and then Q and E to rotate. X and C to zoom, and then that is our thing. So we're going to place our town. Obviously, it's got to start off connected to this, and then you can see we've got our random pieces coming in. We've got 13 tiles left. We can rotate the shape, and you see this a little bit. It means I'll get 2 points. And every piece that's connecting will get me more points. Oh, that could have gone the other way, couldn't it? Alright. Well, that fits in nicely. And you're kind of looking for those pieces that give you the most points. That one there gives me 4 if I can get it to actually go where I want it to go. That's not bad. That's a square. That looks good. That's exactly the piece I needed. That goes there, gets me 4. That slots in there, gets me another 4. 3. And this long one's more of a problem. It can only really go here. This is my last piece. And I'm actually going to have a problem placing it because it's not the wrong... It's kind of the wrong shape for what I've got left. So I'm going to have to discard the shape. Oh, I can't even place it, so I think I can't even finish the level. That shows me what's coming up in the stack. Alright. So, that wasn't a very good start, was it? Restart. Rotate my camera, zoom my camera. Okay. Different pieces. Okay. These are going in nicely. The long one should connect up quite nicely there. This is one where I may have to just take that just to fill the gap in. But that slots in perfectly there. That makes up for it. There's room there for a nice 4 if I get one. That T-junction fits in perfectly there. There's the 4. Oh, place a nice shape. Thank you very much, game. This is my last piece, which we can't do much fancy with. But I can get that. 42. plus a bonus. 98. Yay! Top of the leaderboard. Obviously, this is a tutorial. It will get harder. So now we've got bends, and I get to place the starting point of my tower. And if I build a top of gold, I get extra points. So that looks pretty good. And I'll build him out like that. Him out like that to get gold. Now I've got to cross this river again. I can't cross the river. I have to build out to that now. Oh, I created a bridge. There's the points for that. That's the best place for that. We're not going to get many points. Oh, no, we can slot that in there and get free. The bridge is worth 2, so that's good. Gonna be free either way with a bridge for 2. This is my last piece, which slots in lovely there. I think that's probably less than my last one, 128. Yeah, didn't do well as my last one, but that's fine. It's all down to the pieces you get. Noble Intentions, I think this is the last one I actually played in my little playthrough. Now I have 2 different districts, Free Folk and the Old Noble. Largest district each takes bonuses, so I want to keep these guys separate. And this guy here is my my Old Noble, and this is a Free Folk. So I want to keep the Old Nobles with the Old Nobles, and the Free Folk with the Free Folk. Again, I want to be combining building out with scoring points. Because that 10 points is something I really don't give up. And here, that looked good, didn't it? Yeah, that first one's the best one to get that. Then I have to hope I get a good piece. Now that's a nice one. I think they have slightly different shapes as well. And that's an Old Noble, which I think will fit perfectly in there. I've got 11 left in my stack. And then this guy, gonna be a bit more of a pain to place. There we go. And this one will fit in here, give me loads of points. And then hopefully I can slot this in there. Then I'm looking for something like that, but the other way around. Of course. Yeah, that might be my best shot there. That's 4 with 2 bridges. That's pretty good. That's an Old Noble T-piece. That's what I was looking for. And then my last piece is one of these. So 138. Plus 56 for that. Plus 54 for that. 248. New high score for me. Yay, go me. I can see it's a nice little simple one. Oh, now I can go off to the old noble district. Alright. Oh, this looks an interesting one. Placing this is going to be interesting because I need to do it in some way that it jumps at least one of these. Okay, now we've got more tricky, haven't we? Alright, the T-junction there is the safest bet. That. And you can fill that. That T-junction is absolutely perfect for filling that up. You're perfect for... Nope, you're perfect for that island. You're perfect for that island. I'm giving up that 2 there. And I've messed myself up, haven't I? Alright. I do think that was about the right placement for this anyway. So, you occupy that. You occupy that. You're the perfect one to finish that off. You fit to that corner nicely. You finish that island off. Right, you must have to go into here. Because you finish that. No, you don't fit, do you? Now I have to think, aren't I? Right, you fit there. You immediately come in and finish that island. You obviously fit there. The T-junction goes like that. You finish that island. You finish that island. So you must have to go in here. Yep, because then you come down like that. You fill that gap. And that's that. Should be almost the maximum you can score on that map. Yeah. No, I freestarred it at least. Yes. Alright. The Dead Orchard is next. Okay. This one's going to be interesting. So I've authorized the tree to restore it. But I need to restore the tree, but not destroy the tree. Right. That T is in the wrong place, but it will fit nicely there. That's a tree restored. Now we're going to come across to this. You're perfect to restore that tree. Really should be looking at what I'm getting, shouldn't I? That's perfect for there. Let's score more points now rather than the tree there. That one's up and running. Nope, 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 nope. Stop. There we go. My mouse might mouse might be oversensitive. I'm still not sure if keeping these completely separate is the best option, or if I want to be trying to build up completely separate districts. You're not going to give me the piece I want, are you? Well, that finished the tree. Oh, now the T-junction comes out. Of course it does. Okay. That's not too bad. Now, is this considered? It is across the river, yes. Awesome. That's fun. This valley, we're bringing it back to life one piece of this river at a time. Strange worshippers. Do they worship the eel father? Free folk, noble and clergy. Yep, keep them connected. Right, you're obviously going there because you've filled that out so nicely. Ooh, that is a piece and a half. I think the clergy are going to be a little bit annoying. Right, I've got my 3 districts sorted. I can finish that tree. That's the best option for that. What are these shapes? The clergy are definitely a step up. That was a nice one. I'm happy with that. I'm not getting the reverse of that I want. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. And then this one. There. T-junction there. Got a square piece just there. But you kind of want them like connected, but separate, if that makes sense. You want lots of like river crossings that are going to link up together like that. Only one, but it gives me plenty of room for like finishing over. I mean, that's actually a nice piece for that. On the other hand, that does get me a lot of bridges. I'll sacrifice one spot of land there, but You really don't want me finishing this tree, do you? You slot in there perfectly. There you go, that's what we need to finish the tree. Get those points. Curses. No, if we pop that there. That there gets you the bridge. And sometimes you're best off getting them the extra connection. Now, can I get bonus points to the size of that? This is my last piece. Right. Fairly happy with that. 56 on them, perfect. Perfect on that. We've got the maximum points on those. Only, oh no, I did get my third star. Swirly thing. Of course, we can have a look at the clergy of the eel. These are more like little puzzle ones, aren't they? Okay. But the eel father, I can build it on the tree and just kill the tree, apparently. Looks like I have to build it on the tree. Oh no, oh I can build on the river, can't I? Now, this cross piece is evil. That, however, is perfect for there. That is perfect for there. That's... No, they'll have a... That bit there's what I want for that. That then fills that. That gets that. That gets that. I missed a few points there. Yes, I think I can do that better. I've got a better idea what I'm doing now. But obviously that fills that perfectly. That fills that perfectly. That gets that. That fills there. That goes in like that. That goes in like that. That grabs that. I've got enough one of those key pieces, so... Okay. We should figure out that the, there we go. Much better. We should figure out that these are puzzles. Yeah. And the Rift Delta's up next. That looks pretty good. I do have one of those big W's tonight. Yeah, I do have a W. That's great. You're going to have to come off like this and be your own thing. Here's the big W. Right. That crosses the river. That's the opposite of what I wanted. We'll use this to cross over here. That would be perfect if it wasn't for the fact it broke up my ability to do that. I haven't got a piece that will let me get that though. That's a nice piece, excellent. That's the one I wanted for there. I grab that, and I hope I can fill in the rest of that gap later. That's perfect to grab that. Got 11 pieces left. That's far too large for anywhere. Yeah, I'm having to make nasty decisions now. Oh, I just messed that one up. I think I messed that up as well. Last piece. Yeah, this is a much harder map. I'm surprised I've only got 2 stars on that. I got perfect on the clergy. That was a despicably bad noble though. Only 1 star on that. Eesh. Let's try that again. I can do better. Right. You wrap around him. Right, we'll take losing that 1 space there. Perfect for that tree, which means I should be able to leap across here. I'll grab that. Not sure if they're counted as linked anymore. Again, I've screwed up on that. That's the only place that's going to get me. The 10 points would have been worth more. That's the wrong way around for that. Alright, let's starting a different place. And then my temple's going to have to slot in like that. This is not the part I wanted at this point. Yeah, I did not give myself enough room here, did I? Come on. I think I'm not surrounding that unless I get lucky. I got lucky. There we go. Let's pop that in like that. Where even do you go? That's not bad for that. Do I get more points for the district or do I get more points for the brain? For completing these objectives. You're exactly what I was looking for, except you're the wrong way around. Curse you. You, however, are exactly what I need to finish that. It's just trying to figure out how to fit that guy. Everything is in the wrong direction. You'll square, you'll do it. My kind of division of locations has gone now. Like, I'm not going to be scoring many points for the others. Is that even better? 12. Ow. Yeah, somehow that was worse than last time. Alright, one last go at this. What if I need to come up here and give myself more leeway? Oh, that's pretty much the worst shape I could have got at this point. No, if it's there. Then you come across the river. Very certain I can link that in later. Give me places to cross, right, at least. Awesome, that's what I wanted. I think this one I've only given myself the opportunity to do that. That connects to that. Really, both of those at once. Oh. That works really well for that. That's the best place for that. And that finishes that. I'm going to have to use this one because nothing else is going to get that cold. I can still try and link it back into there. This is not a fun piece. Yeah, getting to that's going to be a pain. Might be able to do it with one of them. So I'm running out of space for this size. I think 10 points is going to be more than it's worth for that. You should be able to get a good number of points for flying to there. That felt better. My districts are mostly connected. They're not perfect. Clergy is, I think. No, I use one down there. Nobles are just horrible. Okay, 337 is much better. But yeah, I'm running out of time at the moment, so I think you get the idea of this. So this is River Towns, hopefully coming out, I think it's early access, or at least soon. Take a look, see you there.